I got a 3-year-old right now. I haven't lotioned past my knees in 6 months. I didn't know. He won't let me. He hates when I do self-care. Sees me rubbing my hands together. He's like, stop right there. I just pooped somewhere. I pooped somewhere in this house. And you're gonna have to find it.
We are Moms Unhinged, a nationally touring stand-up comedy show. Join us in our podcast as we explore everything from motherhood, midlife crisis, marriage, divorce, online dating, menopause, and other things that irritate us. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moms Unhinged, the podcast. I am here with the amazing Janae Burris, who is absolutely incredible. She has been on so many Moms Unhinged shows, traveling all over the country. She is a pro at Comedy Works Denver. She opens for people like Josh Blue and Beth Stelling and Gary Gulman, and I'm just naming my favorites, and but so many, so many people. Welcome, Janae.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, super fun. We were just traveling together. Where did we go? I can't even. Now I'm blanking out on where we were.
We were going from Parker to Boulder recently.
Oh yeah, that was that.
From Parker to Boulder.
But I thought we were.
It
with
me and
Stacey.
Stacy.
Yeah.
Oklahoma? Oh my God,
Oklahoma.
We got snowed in.
It was Oklahoma. How could we forget? We got snowed in Oklahoma. Our flights got canceled, rescheduled till Monday, which was not acceptable. So we just started driving, had to change cars in Wichita. It was a whole thing. Got you home by your birthday party, which was the goal. Thank
you so much for that.
That was the operation. We're like, we are getting you home for your own party.
It's a Hallmark movie. Home for my birthday. Yeah.
Where was the lumberjack? I don't know.
I know. That's the part that was missing. Where's the sweet man?
Where is the sweet businessman who came home to...
Yeah, the neighbor who's now grown up. And I'm like,
yeah.
What? You're a little kid when you left. You were scrawny, and now look at you. No man.
Lifting. No, it's all right. It's all right. So you have a 3-year-old, Ezra.
I have Ezra. I have just the one. Ezra, he's 3. He'll be 4 in a few months, but...
Mm-hmm. Oh, a few months. Wow.
Just a few months, he'll be 3. It's crazy to see everybody's kids growing up. It's going really fast.
Yeah.
When I watch other people's kids,
right,
and I see my nieces and nephews, but then in my situation, I'm like struggling hour to hour. Just
it is. It is wild how slow the clock can move when you're like, got it. I'm like, one time I was like, God, it must be kind of close to lunch, and it was 9:30. What?
The time change, it gets dark here at 5. Mm-hmm. And so for a month, I feel like I kept being like, okay, time for a bath. Time to get ready for bed. It's like, it's 5:15. Like, I don't have another couple hours in me.
I know.
And now.
I know. That's how I felt. I'm like, I'm out of ideas. I'm fresh out.
I'm out of ideas. I've given you the snacks. I played with you. We watched the show. We've already gone to the park.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
Get in your pajamas. It's done. Date over.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Well, I wanted to dive in a little bit. So you had Ezra. You talk about, it's so funny, talk about having Ezra as an older mom. And just so funny. And you had a partner who you were with for a little while, and that has kind of shifted and changed. And we were kind of talking a little bit about
everything changed. I had Ezra when I was 42.
Yeah.
I was with my ex that I just saw in Long Island for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And then we, last couple of years of the relationship, we were long distance. It was barely together.
Yeah.
And so we officially said our goodbyes, and it was just like, I gave him back anything sentimental, we did our thing.
Yeah.
And then like a month later, I got pregnant by someone else. That's like,
At
ew.
42,
Yeah.
Who?
I was 41, and then I had him at 42, but
41.
it's just dumb. This is pure stupidity. I didn't think I could get pregnant
Yeah.
for no reason. Well, only the reason is that I had never been pregnant. So
Yeah.
I'm 41 thinking I've never been pregnant, never had a pregnancy scare.
Yeah.
So I can't get pregnant. Let's run the streets. Let's do it all. Let's do them all. And then I was like, oh, yeah, you can get pregnant.
Oh, my goodness.
You are fertile.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. But Ezra's such a blessing, as he is just so fun.
And I wouldn't have chosen it, honestly. I was not pursuing that. I had hit a point in my life, so I break up with this guy after 10 years. And we had talked a lot about marriage. And that didn't happen. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. Like I was saying goodbye to my niece who was 2 years old and enjoying her.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my best body. It was like my skin cleared, my body got nice, my head caught up to my body, and I was feeling confident.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to choose to be a parent. I wasn't going to slow down to have a kid. And I was still, even though I was 40, I was still feeling like I can move about the cabin freely.
Yeah.
I could go wherever. I could move to
Right.
New York. I was thinking
Right.
like, what's my next move? And then my next move was just like, boom, you're gonna be a mom. That's what's happening next.
Yeah.
And
it's, I mean, it changes everything. Changes everything. You can't even,
it changed everything immediately. Though, is the funny part about being a mom versus being a dad is as soon as you find out you're pregnant, life changes. But so everything changed immediately. Life had to adjust. I immediately, though, felt like I've got to earn some money and I've got to stay busy through this pregnancy. As a geriatric, in a geriatric pregnancy, but also high risk. I was 41. High risk as a 41-year-old, also as a Black woman. Black maternal health was something I was like really like researching. And so I was kind of scared in my pregnancy. Like, can I carry a baby? Now I know I can get pregnant, but can I carry a baby? Can I carry it to full term? Can I have a healthy child? Am I too stressed out? Is my lifestyle just going to suit a baby? Sorry. And so I was just very focused on staying busy, trying to stay healthy, and just I didn't know what was going to happen after the kid came.
Yeah.
And so I was just deeply in the pregnancy. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll be dead. I don't even know. So I know.
But that is scary. It is, because it is, I mean, like, I didn't even think about that aspect of, it's scary to be like, oh, my life is changing. But then also, like, oh, what, this is a scary time in general, just having this baby at 41, just, wow.
I think I used to know the statistics easily, but I feel like Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die from a complication due to their pregnancy or giving birth.
Wow.
3 to 4 times more likely than like their white counterparts.
Wow.
And it's really has to do with medical bias. It's not anything in particular that, you and I have differently going on in our bodies. It's medical bias. A lot of times Black women are not listened to. Their concerns are not heard. Wow. Serena Williams almost died. So it's not even an economic issue. You can be a very wealthy Black woman and have your concerns dismissed because of medical bias, because your doctor believes that your skin is thicker. Your doctor learned in an old book that you can handle pain better. And so it just keeps happening in this country. And so all of that was on my mind, like the whole pregnancy.
Yeah.
Just thinking, I'm going to have a kid, and then I could end up passing away soon after that. So, and I did end up having like preeclampsia after I gave birth. And so so I ended up back in the hospital after I gave birth.
Yeah.
for like, I don't know, a few days. I was on like, antibiotics and stuff. I had to have my baby in the hospital with me. I wasn't allowed to get out of the bed. And David had to live in the hospital with me for a few days
Wow.
as I recovered. So, and I actually shot a special while I was pregnant, which no one's ever
Oh,
seen.
that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, I shot a special.
God.
It actually is beautiful. It's almost 4 years. It is 4 years old in April,
Yes.
but it is beautiful. And my friends edited it for me because I didn't realize that after you have the child, you will never have that much energy or time again.
Or time
I thought
or
being
energy.
almost 9 months pregnant was going to be the height of it. It was like, no. After you have the kid, you'll never be able to get this thing edited. You won't have any money. You won't have any time. You won't have the bandwidth. You really won't give a damn. So I should have finished editing before I had the baby, but I recorded it like 2 weeks before I gave birth. So, but I talked a lot about Black maternal health. My maternal grandmother passed away pregnant at the age of 29, pregnant with her seventh child. And we don't, I never was given like really clear answers about it, but later as an adult going, oh, Black women die at a higher rate. She may have had preeclampsia, and who knows what she had, but she died pregnant with her seventh child, leaving my mother and her siblings, to be cared for. And so that's in the family. And so it was just on my mind. I could not stop thinking about it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought about raising a child. I was just like, survive the pregnancy.
And then we'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out after that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. That's a lot of, I didn't even realize those numbers were like that. So that's really upsetting. But
Can it be a downer, a bummer?
I know.
Comedy podcast?
No, but you know what? I appreciate you bringing that up, because it is like, just people don't know. I didn't know. So, it's good to know always. So.
But I survived and I had a beautiful, healthy child. I had a pretty easy delivery. I only got to experience like 1 or 2 contractions, and I pushed for maybe 30 minutes and he was out. And so he came out healthy. And after I dealt with my body, I was fairly healthy. It was actually, it was a blessing, and just something I never, life just puts you on a path sometimes.
Yeah.
And then actually the path is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It was fine. The pregnancy was fine. Delivery was fine. Baby is great. And he's almost 4 and smart, and healthy and funny and handsome and a handful. He's a handful, though.
Yeah, it's funny because, you've brought him along on some trips and to shows, and it's so fun. I'm not around, 3 and 4-year-olds very much anymore. And when I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They just are busy, just running around everything. It's like, let's look at this now. We're done with that.
Busy. That is the word to describe him. He is busy.
Yeah.
And he's an only child, and we don't have cousins and stuff around. So he's always trying to get me to be busy with him. And I'm like, honey, mommy is old, and mommy has a lot of stuff to do. So you have to keep yourself busy. But he wants me to play, and he wants to control what I'm doing. I'm like,
yeah, and that's another thing. You are, it's got to be so challenging. I know it's so challenging with, everything that you do. You're basically your own business, your own boss, your own, you've got to fill your schedule, work to get to these shows, and then also handle a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, whatever, all those things. How do you do it?
It's really just, I put one foot in front of the other, quite honestly. I don't have a big grand plan. I wake up every day thinking, can I make some more money to, take care of us? How do I make some more money? Okay, say yes to this gig. Now,
Yeah.
gig locked. How do we get to the gig, and who's going to keep the child? How much am I making on that gig? Is it worth it to get a sitter, or should I drag him with me? He's much better at being, he's almost 4 now, but initially I did have his dad as a partner. I got pregnant by a friend. We weren't really a couple. We became a couple, committed couple after we had our kid. We were like, let's see if we can do this. And unfortunately, that didn't really work out. Because as I said, I became a mom as soon as the test read positive. He can become a dad when he wants to become a dad. But he was pretty good and he was supportive of my career. And so I could leave Ezra home. And I was working like crazy at that point. I was like busy. And he would spend a lot of time with Ezra. And sometimes he would bring Ezra to shows. And then once we broke up and I had to have Ezra on my own, it just financially I can't pay somebody $25, $30 an hour for me to go make $100. So I bring Ezra with me and I pass him to the nearest comic. And I'm like, I'm a mom until they call my name. I'm literally, I have pictures of me like breastfeeding backstage. And then when my name is called, it's like, pop it out. Somebody birth this baby. I'll be right back in 45 minutes. I can hear him in the audience. I can hear him backstage. I remember I took him to Aspen, and he was backstage, and Patton Oswalt was like, is there a baby in here? Because it just sounded like a ghost baby in the rafters. I'm like, that's me. Sorry, famous people. I brought my baby. No, we just make it work. Like, I don't have a big plan. I wish I was better about having plans, but I'm just putting one foot in front of the other. It got bad with his dad, and I was kind of hollow, a zombie, but these kids give you purpose. They make you wake up in the morning, and they make you pull it together best you can. And so I every day I just put one foot in front of the other for Ezra. Because I don't have a choice to say I'm not going to do it today. That is not an option.
Yeah. There's no day off. There's no we're just going to call in sick today.
I tried. I've been sick and been like, Ezra, please. And he's like, Mommy, I'm hungry. And I'm like, I'm dying. And he's been a sweet boy where he will just stay in the bedroom with me as I'm like, just give me a second. And he'll eat 5 packs of muffins. I'm like, that's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with the constipation later. Just eat all the muffins you want. You want soda? You have soda for breakfast. Just stay in this room with me. And you get up and it's like, oh, you unraveled all the toilet paper, but thank you for giving me the time to recover.
Right.
Because you can't take a day off.
No.
It's like I still have to be a mom through my migraines and, and he's been a very sweet boy. He's such a sweet boy. He's so sweet. Very loving, very smart, very funny, and very, lately, very intuitive and checking on me. And he sees when I'm sad and he's like checking on me.
Yeah, that's so nice when they start really realizing that there's someone outside of themselves. I think that's that next stage where they're like, oh, that that other person has feelings too. So that's a nice bonus as they get older. So tell us a little bit about your comedy journey. Like you went to school in theater, and then when did you start doing stand-up comedy?
I went to school for avant-garde theater, and I took myself very seriously after college and tried to book work as an actor in LA. And I even joined the only avant-garde theater company in LA. I was a member for a while. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called anymore. Ooh, that was almost 20 years ago now. I just kept going to auditions where I was asked, do you do stand-up comedy? And I was like, no, because I was very I'm a theater. Read my resume.
I am theater.
I'm trained. And I heard that a few times at audition. And also
Wow.
sometimes, do you sing? And I'd be like, no. And I have like sort of anxiety about singing. But so with the stand-up comedy thing, I missed out on a few big opportunities. And I was like, girl, you better go handle this. So I took a class. I took a class at the Improv with Leslie Wolf. And it was like an 8-week course with way too many people in the class. We didn't get any one-on-one, like, at all.
Yeah.
But you know how stand-up comedy is. Like, if I like to take performing arts classes and be in rehearsals and things. So I had people to bounce ideas off of. I had people to hold me accountable, ask me out to open mics. You have a showcase date to perform in front of all. I invited somebody I was hooking up with as well as my ex at the time. And he was pretty pissed off to see that other guy there. But I had one of the best sets of the class, of the like 25 people in our class. I crushed. And then so, and then I went on from there. LA is like a lot of open mics and bringer shows where you got to bring people to get your 8 minutes. Seems like every set is 8 minutes. Like you just got, I didn't know what a headliner was, what a feature was.
Yeah.
I remember applying for something that was like, where's your home club? And I was like, what's a home club? And so LA is just like 8 minutes at a time. And I was doing that. Then my boyfriend, Andy, I ended up getting a new boyfriend, Andy, and we ended up moving to Fresno where my family is. And I continued to do stand up there, and they don't have much. And so it was like casinos. And we had this one open mic at a hookah lounge that I would go to. Casinos, bars. And then I didn't love Fresno, loved my family, but they were all focused on their children. Everybody's pretty focused on the kids, and I didn't have a kid, and so Andy and I were like, we should go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Anywhere else. We were talking about Philly and Chicago, and then an opportunity came up for him in Denver, and I was like, Denver it is.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'll figure it out. It can't be worse than Fresno. Lovely people, but the comedy scene just wasn't, the art scene for me just didn't exist.
Yeah.
And the weather's also, it gets very hot. But so we came to Denver and popped off immediately. There's wonderful Comedy Works is here. So I was like, oh, a club, a home club. I understand. And at the time when I moved here, like it was right before High Plains, so I got to check that out. And then the Comedy Works contest was happening, and I wasn't in these things, but I got to check it out and see the scene. I went to open mics, met great people, went to to the Deer Pile, got to see the alt room shows, El Chorrito, Comedy Room, and I just started to meet awesome people. Also, people in Colorado were happier than the people in Fresno. 2014 is when I moved, and that's when weed was legalized. And so there was a lot of transplants here. I didn't come for the weed. It's been a benefit, but I didn't come for it. And so I just met people who were happy to be here.
Yeah.
And I was not used to that, to just a positive turn. And that changed my life, just to be around this big sky and the mountains. And it's a little cloudy today, but it's beautiful here.
Yeah.
And you are outside, and I was taking pictures of leaves in the fall, and I was loving it here. I loved it in Colorado.
Yeah.
And I got an opportunity to thrive here and just grow my comedy and even grow my theater experience as well. Lots of great theater here. It's been wonderful as an artist here. I felt supported, and I felt like if I have the drive and the time, there's endless opportunities.
Yeah.
And after a kid, though, the time and the drive, you're like, I don't have it anymore. I'm out.
They suck the drive right out of you, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, that's the fun thing. I do think that Denver and Colorado has a great comedy scene for being, that a little, you wouldn't even think, I think, people think of LA and New York, but, Colorado's.
Were you doing comedy in Chicago, in the Chicago
I
area?
wasn't. I'm so sad I wasn't. I lived there I grew up there and lived there a little bit after college, but I came out to Denver pretty quick in 96. And so I wasn't really, when I came out here, I got into improv and was doing improv for a while. But, Yeah, so I'm sad that I didn't, take advantage of the comedy scene in Chicago when I was there. So, but
It's
that's
still there. We can go back.
yeah, I go back
And
there all the
been.
time, which is
We've been.
yeah, yeah. I'm going back next week, so that's fun. Awesome. So that I love that. I love hearing about everyone's journey and how they came to be where they're at right now. And I want to circle back now to kids, and we had talked about an unhinged moment. That's what I like to ask everyone on the podcast. An unhinged moment could be from with raising your kid or your own parents, your own mom, whatever, everything, like something where we can all relate to, even no matter what it is. Some people are like, I'm scared to say this. And I'm like, believe me, I'm sure there's people out there who are like, I've done worse.
Gosh, what would I think? I know, and you told me, you gave me a heads up, and still I was like, unhinged. Now, I do remember my mom. So this is retrospectively, because now as a mom, I forgive her for everything, and
I
I'm
know,
more
right?
understanding. And perhaps as a kid, I thought it was some unhinged moments. But
Yeah.
now as a mom looking back, being like, oh, she had 5 kids when she was like under 30 years old. So I forgive her. She was a damn superhero. Um, but my mom, I can remember my mom, I remember her throwing things sometimes.
Yeah.
Throwing spatulas and just
Yeah.
just being overwhelmed, fighting off the wolves essentially. Throwing shoes.
Yeah.
And my mom being young and just like, I feel like my dad was great. He got a lot of credit for being a great dad, but now I also put that in perspective of how
Yeah.
we credit fathers. Like, what's the minimum a dad can do to still be world's best dad? Not that my
Yeah.
dad wasn't great. He was great and he was
Yeah.
attentive. But my mom, she's struggling with, I said she may have had some postpartum depression and just general sadness. I can remember her staying in bed and being in the dark a lot.
Yeah.
And I thought that was unhinged. I'm like, oh, my mom was just like not being attentive. And it's like, no, not all the time. It's sometimes,
Yeah.
but lots of holidays where my mom, we were church people, and my mom would always wait till the last minute to get our dresses. Like she did a lot of night before Christmas shopping to get the Christmas dresses, a lot of
Yeah.
night before Easter shopping to get
Yeah.
the dresses, and just like scrambling to
Yeah.
get 5 dresses and bows and everything
Yeah.
and Halloween costumes the
Yeah.
last minute. And I always was just like, my mom just doesn't have it together. She's just, you see it, you know, my cousins. My cousins would always have this beautiful hair and very clean homes. And my mom was like, our house was messy and our hair wasn't always combed. And people would sometimes be like, oh, poor you guys. Look at these poor little girls with their hair sticking up. And their dad is being a real trooper. And I started to believe that my mom didn't have it together.
Oh.
But now as a mom to one child, my mom was a superhero. My mom was a damn superhero.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she
5
was
kids. I can't imagine.
young, and she always wanted to be a mom. She had her first kid at like 17, but she wanted to be a mom. She lost her mom pretty young, and that was her desire to have children. And I don't know that, they didn't have the Googles to be like, hey, you're struggling.
Yeah.
You could use some medication or something. You could use some help.
Right.
And but I feel like when I look at my sisters as adults, we're all doing well. We're all pretty adjusted. My father unfortunately passed away. My mom was widowed at like 36 years old.
Oh wow, 36.
And but still my sisters are really, if you look at the children, my mom was pretty damn together if you see what she managed to produce. But I think I spent many years thinking my mom was unhinged and
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, she never really hit us. The shoe she threw at us in our direction,
Yeah.
they never really hit us. It was more of a get away from me, I need a
It,
break type of
it
thing.
really is like I never understood how could someone hit a child? And I had kids and then I'm like, oh, I get it.
How could they not?
I get it.
How
It's
are you able to
amazing.
not hit these
It's amazing that there's more children, so many children are, are not hit. It's hard. It is hard. And, 5 kids, I cannot imagine. 5 girls,
Yeah.
cannot
5
imagine.
girls.
Yeah.
And then, when my dad passed, I was a teen. My older sister was a teen. My third sister was a teen. And then the other ones were in elementary school. And then suddenly she had to be a mom to 5 kids without, I look back on it, she needed therapy. She needed some therapy. She
Yeah.
needed resources. But, we had family, my extended family, cousins, grandmothers, aunts, great people. But I think my mom could have used some more support.
Right.
But my sisters and we're all pretty smart ladies and we love each other. I have good relationships with them. We're empathetic humans. My mom focused very much on kindness. Be a kind person. And my dad was very much like be a trustworthy person.
Yeah.
Be a respectful person.
Yeah.
So I wish they had been like, be money motivated. Have some savings. Meet a man with some money.
But it's so much more important. I love that message more than like, let's be like insanely clean. It creates so many issues and anxieties. So I think kindness
they did a
is
good job.
much better.
All my sisters are
that's
kind
awesome.
people, trustworthy
Yeah.
people. I respect my sisters and they show I could take them anywhere. These are people I could take
Yeah.
anywhere and feel like they're
Yeah.
going to be good.
Yeah.
So I feel like based on that, my mom did a great job despite her seeming chaotic growing
Yeah.
up, seeming like disorganized
Yeah.
and a little flighty, forgetful.
Yeah.
And she was young. She was young
Yeah.
and she was cute too.
Yeah.
And so, I forgive her for all of that. And I just don't see her that way anymore. I'm like, you did a pretty good job, Mom.
Yeah.
But it took
Yeah.
me becoming a mom to recognize most mothers.
Yeah.
As a single person, very judgy. Very judgy. These single people without kids, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. And I don't like to hear their opinions about it. Anyway,
So
I'm like,
true.
you don't know what
So
you're talking
true.
about. It's hard. It's hard.
is.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And
You don't
so
even know the level of hard. You
you
can't
don't
even
know how hard this
can't
is.
describe it to anyone. Well, Janae, this has been amazing. This has been so fun. It's so fun
I hope
catching
we got
up.
to the subjects. I am always like this on podcasts. I get very ADD and just start.
I know.
So-
I love it. I love it. It's all about having this is my selfish way to catch up with everybody and have some fun conversations. And it's a bonus for all you listeners out there listening in on this. So
we
thank
didn't
you
get
so
to
much.
talk about how we're going to be sister wives. We didn't get to
I
address
know.
that.
I know we didn't get to that at all. That'll be part 2.
That'll be part 2. Tell my future husband, hey, if you have a good ex, pass them on to your friend. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't
Hey,
have
they're-
to like them. Let somebody else like them.
I know you can
but-
give them the manual. You get the little download on
the
like
manual. Yeah. This is what he likes. This is what he doesn't
this
like.
is
Here's his cat.
yeah, don't talk to him before 9 about this type of thing.
Okay. Yeah. Send them my way. And,
Yeah.
But thank you for what you're doing. I talk about every time I do a Moms Unhinged show, I take a break to kind of give you a shout out because, my perspective on what you're doing is like, I feel so blessed because I didn't know how I was going to continue to be a comic. I'm one of the moms who was a comic first and then had a kid. And, I just didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to be a comedian and travel anymore, which was a dream. And then this Moms Unhinged thing happened, and it was like, wait, I can still travel? Oh, I'm actually being paid. I'm getting a place to stay. The rental car is there. The other people on the lineup are fantastic. I drag my baby sometimes, and these other moms, I tell my mom, I'm like, they're moms too, Mom. He's safe. They're watching him. They're loving on him. And so thank you for creating this space and also opening my eyes to like the fact that moms are a good audience. Moms still want to laugh. Moms are a fun time.
They're fun.
Moms are very fun. Moms like a raw dog. Who's fun than that? And like meeting all these wonderful women in the audience that I used to ignore. As a comic, I never paid attention to the moms. And so thank you for doing what you do. And moms are people too, okay?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're tired, but we're people.
We're people. We're tired people. We are people.
Well, why don't you let everyone know where they can connect with you? We'll definitely have all the links in the show notes here, but let people know how they can follow you, connect with you.
You can connect with me. You can always find me in person here in Colorado. I always call myself a Colorado comedian. I love this place. I'm a regular at Comedy Works. I'm also part of the new talent team, so you'll catch me every Tuesday if you're a new comic. I'm the lady you're talking to. I love to encourage people to try comedy because it changes lives. Especially love encouraging women. I will give you extra support if you're a woman who wants to do comedy.
Yeah.
Find me online at Negative Negro on Instagram. That's where I post most of my shows. JanaeBurris.com if I'm keeping my calendar updated. And I'm also the host of Film on the Rocks, so maybe I'll see you this summer if you come to a show at Film on the Rocks. And lots of Moms Unhinged shows if Andrea keeps hiring me.
Yeah, and always. And definitely, if you guys are interested in doing comedy, Janae often runs comedy workshops where she teaches. It's amazing. It's great. She runs them pretty regularly through
Athena Project. If you're a teen who wants to do stand-up comedy, Athena Project Arts.
Yeah.
I love working with them. Love working with women. I have 4 sisters. I have many aunts. I'm a girl's girl. Wish I could be lesbian, but that's not how God made me. And, not yet, but I love women. And
I'm doing my best.
I'm still going to hook up with Andrea's ex-husband one of these days. So, never even seen him. Don't know what he looks like. Doesn't matter.
He's a nice guy. All right. All right. Thank you, Janae. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for listening, and make sure you subscribe, share, and follow us on the socials to get more comedy clips.